This year I made 9 custom jeans, 8 hoodies, 4 shirts, and 10 other fashion pieces from backpacks to hats. So today I'm gonna rank everything I made this year, and I guarantee there's some insane pieces here that you haven't seen before, like this keyboard belt or these 10-in-1 jeans. And today I'm gonna go over it all, so let's go do that. Hi, my name is Ben Jagger. I make clothes here on YouTube, specifically baggy jeans and hoodies, but I also do way more than that, which you'll see in a bit. Anyways, I've got a tier list here. Along the bottom is everything that I've made this year on my channel. And on the side here, we have 5 different levels that I'm gonna be using to rank everything. For the top category, we got Max Verstappen. Max is my favorite F1 driver, and he's won 4 back-to-back world championships. So I feel like that's a pretty good benchmark for what constitutes the best. Then slightly below that, we got Applebee's. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I've never been to Applebee's. Ricky Bobby seemed to like it. That's good enough for me. Then in the middle, we got Taylor Swift. Just all around the definition of mid. Come at me in the comments. Then below that, we have the dollar store. You know, it gets the job done and there's something to it, but it's the dollar store. It's nothing fancy. And then bottom of the pile, same as last year, we got skinny jeans. I've built my whole channel on baggy jeans, so I feel like this kind of fits. Anyways, enough yapping. Let's get into the rankings. All right, first category that I'm tackling here today are all the jeans that I've made. And let's start it off with the first pair of jeans that I made this year, these flared baggy jeans. These ones were part of a tutorial video that I made on how to make your own baggy jeans, and you guys seem to love that video. It's almost at 100,000 views. And honestly, I see why. These jeans are awesome. I wear them all the time. They also got some really unique details that are kind of fun, like how the flare panels are an upside down waistband of another pair of jeans. So anyways, all around, great pair that I made. I'm sticking this one right into Max Verstappen. Wait. All right, next up here, I got some baggy jorts from my baggy jorts tutorial. These ones are pretty solid. I get why you guys like the video. Like, they're really good for what they are, but they're just jorts. And I've made some other jeans that have a lot more going on. And so I think for that reason, I'm gonna put this middle of the pack mid in Taylor Swift. I really gotta change this up, man. All right, next up, we got a personal favorite of mine, the 10-in-1 jeans. I put up a poll on my YouTube channel asking you guys if they were cool, stupid, or stupid but cool. And the overwhelming majority of you guys said stupid but cool. And I kind of agree. I never really get a chance to wear these because, like, where would I wear them? It's definitely one of the more unique pieces that I made this year, and it's one of my favorites that I made this year. For that reason, I'm gonna put them in that top category, Max Verstappen. All right, next up, I got these cargo jorts that I made, and I'm just gonna say it off the bat, I like these better than the other jorts that I just ranked. These were a pair of cargo pants that I bought at the thrift store, and then I took all of that material and turned them into baggy jorts instead of some skinny pants, which was a really fun project to do. And so for that reason, I'm gonna put these suckers in Applebee's. Next up, I got probably the baggiest baggy jeans that I've ever made. They had a couple cool things going on with them, like the waistband of 2 different pairs of jeans formed the hem for each leg. And in theory, I like the 2-tone color design. They're just too baggy, I don't know what to tell you. I never thought I'd say it, but they're too baggy. So I know this is ironic, but I'm putting the baggiest jeans into skinny jeans. They're just not it. All right, I'm halfway done the jeans, and then we'll get on to some other stuff. But first, I got another pair of baggy jeans for you guys. I'll make this quick. These were from another flared baggy jeans tutorial, and the special thing about this one is that it had a double waistband design. But I don't know, I've made a lot better jeans, and I've got a lot more cooler stuff coming up here. And so yeah, I'm gonna put it in dollar store, and we'll see if I change my mind. All right, the last 3 jeans were all from the same video. So this first pair was a little bit too big at the waist, so I trimmed that down. And then I took that extra material and flared out the bottoms to make them more boot cut. And then I added some studs around the pockets to make them more unique. And yeah, they turned out cool, but there's nothing that special about them. So I feel like I can't, in good conscience, rate them higher than Taylor Swift. Second pair of jeans from that video were these shredded jorts that I made. I made a little YouTube short about these guys, and that got a ton of feedback. Some positive, some not so positive, but I love it. I'm here for it. So I kind of feel like I have to rank it according to that. I really like them, and you guys either really liked them or really hated them. So anyways, I'm gonna throw these guys into the dollar store. And the last pair of jeans that I'm gonna be talking about today, these black distressed safety pinned denim monstrosity. I don't really know what's going on here. So these jeans I made in the summer of 2023, and it was my first time using a Dremel on denim. The problem is they started to fall apart on me, and so I was thinking of ways to save them, and I decided to throw a bunch of safety pins into them to keep them together. Maybe I'll change some of this up later, but for now, I'm gonna throw them in dollar store. The links to all the full-length videos for each custom piece that I'm gonna be talking about today are down in the description below, so if one piques your interest, go watch that video after you're done watching this. Please give me that watch time. Next category that we're gonna be talking about are all the custom hoodies that I made. And so let's start off with the first hoodie that I made this year. This custom hoodie with towels sewn into it. So for this one, a friend of mine asked me to make them a custom hoodie, and I had the time to do so, and they brought me this hoodie and these towels that they thrifted and were like, throw them together for me. So that's exactly what I did. And she was really happy with it. It's just not my style. That's the problem here. And this is my tier list, so I think I'm gonna throw these into dollar store. Turned out well, but not my thing. If you're a regular around here, you'll probably know that I have a brand, and next up I got 3 hoodies that I put out for my brand this year. First up, I got this black one with the head scan design. Honestly, I think this graphic is so cool. These were a pain in the butt to print though, I tell you, that was not fun. But I think the hoodies turned out well, and they sold out like instantly with all of my friends. That being said, it's just a screen printed hoodie. But I'm gonna put this into the Taylor Swift category for now. I might move it up later. I don't want you guys to come away from this thinking that I hate my stuff. I love all of this. But it's like asking parents to rank their favorite children. I love them all equally. Not really, but I'll tell them that. Alright, next up, I got the second out of these 3 hoodies from my brand's launch. Oh, I don't even think I talked about my brand during the last hoodie. It's called Lockjaw, but whatever. Let's talk about this hoodie. Gray on gray, looks awesome. These were the most popular ones that I put out for drop 1. So it's not doing quite enough for me to go into the Max Verstappen category, but I'm gonna put it in Applebee's because I think it's sick. So next up, I got that same hoodie, but in a different colorway. This time it's white on black. Don't think it works quite as well as the gray on gray. Still cool, but not on the same level. I'm gonna put this into the middle category, straight into Taylor Swift. Next up, spoiler alert, we might have my favorite hoodie that I made this year. As you can see by the top category of my tier list, I'm a big F1 fan. Max Verstappen drives for Red Bull Racing. I drink a lot of Red Bull in my videos, despite the wishes of my mother. I'm drinking a Red Bull right now as I'm editing this video. And I think this hoodie turned out awesome. The colors play off each other really well, and it looks exactly like the iconic Red Bull can design. What more could you ask for? It would just be wrong for me to put the Red Bull hoodie anywhere else but beside Max Verstappen. So that's where it's going. Only 3 hoodies left, and then we'll move on to the next category. Here I got my Spider-Man hoodie. I made this for a buddy of mine. My OG viewers will know who this one's for. It's for my buddy Ches. He loves it, I love it, I think it's awesome. This one's going into Applebee's. Alright, the last 2 hoodies are from the same video. And the first one that I'm going to talk about, I wear all the time. I get so much use out of this thing. This was the minimally distressed one out of the 2. I love this thing. I think it was cool. That was a fun video actually. I like that one. This one's gonna go into Applebee's. And then the second hoodie from that video, the super distressed one. I think this one turned out really cool as well. This one was actually used for drop 3 of Lockjaw, my clothing brand. And man, it looks so cool in all of those photos. This one isn't really an everyday hoodie, but that doesn't really matter because that's not what it was made for. It was made to be a one-off statement piece. Maybe you wear it out of the house once and then regret it immediately. So all that being said, I'm gonna put this one into Applebee's. Alright guys, next category that I got for you are some custom shirts that I made. All of these were for my clothing brand in some way. The first 3 were for drop 1. Same designs as the hoodies that we went over. So first up, I got the head scan tee. Same thoughts as the hoodie. Love the graphic. Think it's super cool. I've just got so much other cool stuff that's coming up here that I just feel like I need to put this a little lower down than I maybe would like to. This one's going into Taylor Swift. Second shirt here, gray on gray, deafening indifference design. I really like the graphic on this one, but like I said, I've got so much other cool stuff coming up here in my last category that I feel like I need to put this middle of the road straight into Applebee's. No, wait, Taylor Swift. Alright, last set of 3 shirts, same design as last time. This time it's white on black, same as the hoodies before, and it's gonna be the same ranking. I feel like I've talked about everything that I could talk about for these hoodies and shirts. So yeah, this one's going into Taylor Swift as well. Not because I don't think that these things are cool, but because I've got cooler stuff coming up. You'll see what I mean, Alright guys, last shirt for you, my armored shirt that came out in my video last week. This shirt is so cool, I'm such a fan. This was for drop 3 for Lockjaw, my clothing brand. And just like the hoodie that I was talking about a little bit ago, it turned out so well in all the photos and videos. I actually made a black version of this shirt too, but big fan of this project. This one's going into Applebee's. Alright guys, last category here. This is everything that I made this year that wasn't jeans, a hoodie, or a shirt. And there's some really cool stuff in here. So let's work through these 10 items and then we can see the final rankings. First up, I got some lockjaw keychains that I made for my first drop. These things are really cool, and they're super easy to make too. They're just 3D printed, and then I painted them with a little bit of fabric ink. Actually, something that I want to get into more is 3D printing and laser cutting and stuff like that. Here, I'll throw in a picture of a necklace that I made for class with laser cutting. Super cool stuff. But back to these keychains, I think they're cool, but there's cooler stuff that I've made. I'm just gonna have to put this in the middle category. All right guys, next up, I got my denim dress. If you're a regular around here, you'll know that I study fashion design at university. And this dress was the first proper item that I made in fashion school. And like, I may be biased, but I think it turned out so cool. There's so many cool details on this thing. From the shredded denim trim to the chain over the one shoulder. I also got these metal spikes poking out all around. Also, I got a good mark on that assignment, so I feel like I'm not out of line here. Anyways, I'm putting this one into Max Verstappen. Next up, I got this cheetah hat that I made out of a baby onesie. This was from my thrift junk video, which was a really fun video to make. I really liked that one. Thankfully, it wasn't for me. It was for my buddy Noir. And this one's just kind of basic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put this in a skinny jeans. All right, second piece from that thrift junk video, my keyboard belt. So for this one, I basically took some keyboards that I found at the thrift store, used my power tools to grind down the back of them so that they were flat, and then I super glued them along a belt, and then used my drill again to drill a hole for the belt loop. And there you have it. That's how you make a keyboard belt. So anyways, I really like this piece. It's going straight into Max Verstappen, no questions asked. Last piece from the thrift junk video, the shoulder bag that I made out of a long sleeve shirt. This was kind of fun as well. This was my first time ever making a bag. Yeah, and I think it turned out okay. The concept is really cool for sure. But I don't know, I've made cooler bags, which you're gonna see in the next one here. I'm gonna put this one in dollar store. All right, next up though, I've got one of the craziest things that I made this year. This one is a gun-shaped backpack. In case you were curious about my inspiration for this thing, I was dreaming up what I wanted Drop 3 to be for my brand, and I wanted to have 3 different looks that were totally different, and I wanted to have one military looking outfit. And so that armored shirt I talked about a little bit earlier was also a part of that look. And then I was thinking like, oh, what do people in the military wear? Well, sometimes they sling their guns over their back, and that reminded me of a bag that my buddy made that was shaped like a guitar. I wanted to make it comical though, so it didn't look like an actual gun. And so I came up with this bag, which can fit a lot in it, surprisingly. So it's practical too, you should know that. You probably know where this one's going by now. This one's going straight into Max Verstappen. All right, and this next piece was also for that same military themed outfit that I made. This one actually didn't appear in any YouTube videos, but I've been wearing it the whole time. It's these dog tags that I made. They're custom made, they got my clothing brand's name on it, and some other text that was relevant to that drop. So yeah, I barely take these things off. These ones are going into Applebee's. All right guys, we're down to the final 3 pieces, which are all made out of scrap denim from that 10-in-1 jeans project. I had a lot of scrap denim left over and I didn't know what to do with it. So I made these 3 items, first of which being this denim tote bag. The patchwork denim design looks awesome, and it fits my MacBook. That's the most important thing. So yeah, all around solid piece. This one's going into Applebee's as well. Second piece that I made from the scrap denim is this denim tie. This one looked really, really cool for the photo shoot that I did, but like, let's be serious, it's not practical at all. It's super thick for a tie. It's got so many layers of denim. So I think it turned out cool, especially in the photo shoot, but I think I'm gonna end up putting this one into skinny jeans. All right, and last but certainly not least, I got this denim hat that I made. And spoiler alert, this was my favorite out of those 3 scrap denim projects. I wear it all the time, and all the little details from the different pairs of scrap jeans are just so cool. And the way that they flow across the 3D shape of the hat, plus all the different levels of blue from the different pairs of jeans give it some nice contrast as well. So yeah, last and final piece, this one's gonna go into Max Verstappen. So yeah, that's my ranking for everything that I made this year. I can't even explain how grateful I am for everybody who watches my content. This past year, my channel got 500,000 views, which is just crazy to me. My channel's basically grown 700% in the last year, going from 800 subs to 6,000 subs, so thank you guys so much for that. So thank you so much for everybody who's along for the journey. I got a lot of stuff planned for you guys, and I'll see you in 2025.